What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout, and I am here with Spain Montalfan Europe Regionals Top 16. Once again, look at this diversity. Like, this is insane. Top 16. But before we jump into these guys, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee. They keep this crazy content machine going. And guys, thanks a lot for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with a breakdown, or in this case, general info. This was a live event organized by Montalfan. Congratulations, Montalfan. Like, this used to be a community event, and then it got actually upgraded to regionals. Like, that's a huge step forward. Congratulations. As someone who runs community events, man, this is absolute win. Like, full congratulations to Montalfan. We had 72 players in total. It was best of 1 pre-side and best of 3 top cut. BT24 wasn't legal. Okay, so BT24 wasn't legal for this event. That's why you won't see any BT24 leaders. But the new ban list was enforced and the new rules were enforced. It's just that the release was way too close to it was like the day before. So this was like one of the last BT23 events. And before we dive into the breakdown, huge shout out to everyone who participated at the event, from the TO to Judge Staff to Otero. Otero is amazing. Like, he's really amazing. Guys, if you want to watch Spanish streams, he's are the best. The King Ozaro himself. And yeah, to players and everyone, I hope all of you had fun, and let's just jump into the breakdown. Here it is, guys, the top 16, and wow, look at this, 11 different leaders in the top 16. 11. Wow. So first off, congratulations to everyone, so that I don't need to say congrats constantly, but it's me, so I'll do it anyway. I'll probably just do it anyway. First place, Ivan. Yes, Ivan, our European representative, wins the regionals with Blue Beerus. And the funny story is what he told me. Well, my teammates said that I can't win with blue. Like, congrats, Ivan. Absolute congrats. And I'm gonna tell you, you can't win with green King Piccolo. You can't. It can't be done. So, let's see what happens. Anyway, congrats, man. This Blue Beerus, absolute monster. If you go second, this deck is very difficult to beat. It's not unbeatable, but it's super difficult to beat, especially when you can start ramping with every single turn. Starting with turn 1, it's crazy. Then second place, Green Gohan. Green Gohan still going strong, though it is the previous meta, but I believe that Green Gohan is just gonna keep being like the best green deck. Then third place and fourth place was Future Gohan, the best red deck in the game. It's not even surprising to see Future Gohan topping. I'm more surprised that he didn't win. So, because Future Gohan, I don't think it wins that often, but in my mind it's always like somewhere. Future Gohan is always in the top 8 somewhere. Fifth place, Fu. Yes, so Fu continues going strong. Fu is, I was just about to say was, but I think Fu is one of the best black decks from last year, because Fu performed phenomenally ever since it came out. And we can see that, yes, old meta, but still Fu topping, and I think Fu is gonna keep going strong in the next meta again. Then 6th place, Cooler Mill. Yes, Mr. Mill 2 please himself. Then we have 7th place Green Gohan, 8th place Pan Reboot. So when you're looking at the best red decks, it's usually Future Gohan or Pan Reboot. And here we have both of them. Then we have 9th place Apeku. Apeku as the only yellow representative in the top 16. Yellow has fallen off drastically. Like, really fallen off. It's a bit better in the next meta, in BT24, but in BT23 with all of the ban list things legal, yellow is just nowhere to be found. 10th place, Go Bros. Okay, I'm interested in seeing this list. Like, I don't think Go Bros is better than Trunks Mai, but I'm open-minded. Congrats. 11th place, SS4 Bardock, another one of the decks which have fallen out drastically. So it's very cool to see SS4 Bardock topping. Then we have 12th place Red Jiren, the natural counter to U7 Goku. With U7 Goku gone, and future Gohan taking the charge when it comes to red decks, I believe Jiren is gonna fall off just a bit, but it's always nice to see it topping. 13th place another future Gohan, 14th place another green Gohan, 15th place another Cooler Mill, and then 16th place Expert Android 21. So by the looks of it, Android 21 is dead, and this is the expert version, the one that still keeps going relatively strong. It's one of those decks that you need to be able to pilot flawlessly. If you don't pilot it flawlessly, you're not gonna top. It's super difficult to play this one, but that's why it's always so awesome to see it top. Okay guys, so this was the top 16 breakdown. Let's check out the deck lists. Okay guys, I am back with Deck Planet, the hands down best deck builder in the world for Masters, Fusion World, One Piece, and maybe soon some other games. Deck Planet guys, use it, it's amazing. In case that you haven't seen the newest feature, you can just go wow! And you can also do something very cool. You see, like, this is Ivan's first place deck and you're like, I want to test it out, but untap is shit, no one should use it. So I want to play it over webcam, right? So you just click export deck, print deck, and it automatically creates proxy sheets from you. And then you can play Ivan's deck as well. Anyway, let's start. First place, Ivan's deck. Blue Beerus. So, we have only seen a couple of games on stream. This is just like the standard defensive package. Vegeta Ready to Rumble is an amazing card to charge into your energy, because like this one hasn't seen play at all. I don't know who has even played it outside of the stream, but here it was just like charge fodder. Of course, you're running 4 copies of the SS4 Vegeta because, yeah, you charge energy very, very fast. You ramp like a madman, and the entire point is just to get to 16 and then win the game. Then you have your removal tools. You have your alternate win condition, or sometimes a stall piece. Whis, Judge of Gods at 2 copies. He's a quad strike, permanent. This card's attack and skill cannot be negated, so he's always hitting for 4. He's 40k, one of the biggest cards in the game, and he has auto. When you play this card, if your leader is Beerus, after your current turn ends, take another turn. So yeah, you just ramp to 12 if you don't have your wink on, if you don't have a way to immediately go to 16, pay 12, slam Whis, attack, get another turn, draw more, try to get into your ramp pieces. So yeah, very, very strong. And then the rest is, you know, pretty standard. We have the Senzu Beans, the entire negate package, Hatch. I don't believe that you play any other SCR in this deck other than Hatch. There is an argument to play SSB Kaioken Goku, but I think that Hatch is a better choice, especially now that Counter is gone. Hatch is slowly but surely making a comeback. Then we have 2 copies of this Boo, which was very surprising. Counter attack, you negate the attack and you play it. And when you play this card, if your opponent has 2 or less energy, your opponent can't attack with battle cards with energy cost 2 or less for the duration of the turn, unless they choose one from hand and place it at the top of the deck. I forgot to ask Ivan why was this in the deck, what is he specifically looking to hit. And of course the card that everyone wants to see banned, and huge congrats to Ivan. We commented this on stream, everyone wants to see Turning the Tide banned, but you playing Turning the Tide was the first time that we have seen it on stream since we started doing this. From 2023, the card that everyone wants to see banned hasn't seen play at all on stream until this event. So no, I don't think we should ever ban Turning the Tide. I think it's okay. Then the big thing, Whiz from on high. Basically, you just play him, and when this card is played, it's a Z card. 2 cost, 1 Z energy. Add up to one mono blue card from your drop to your energy in rest mode. Nothing else really matters. You just ramp. So, and he's a 2 cost. So if you start second, you use your energy marker, you go immediately into this guy. Then next turn you go into another one, and then you just keep chaining them like a madman until you hit 6, and then you slam your Vegeta who ramps you for 4. Yeah, it's a very cool deck. And here we have the Z deck. Then, second place, Green Gohan. Green Gohan, let's see, I think that this one is super standard. Yeah, this is just the standard Green Gohan, very archetype heavy, running 2 copies of Bulma, and running some spice here, 2 copies of Trunks, because Trunks not only removes Barrier Indestructible, but also makes the next Z extra cheaper, so you can just play the Z extra for cheaper, like for free basically. 2 copies of the best green card in the game, SS Bardock Paternal Unison. I have been preaching about this one forever. I'm so happy that people have started using it. And 2 copies of the weird Zamasu Spice. So let's see what it does. Limit 1 for 2 energy. If your leader is green or yellow and you have total of 2 or more green and or yellow cards in your combo area, so if you comboed with 2, play this card from your hand, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 6 or less and KO it. Helps you deal with Universe 7 Goku, for example, the boss monster. Auto limit 1 when this card attacks. Draw 1, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. It's a neat combat trick that can save you. Then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we are checking out Future Gohan. Okay, very briefly checking it out because it's the same thing. Some things have been upped though in these builds, like now you're running 3 copies of Vegeta, you are upping Goku to 3 copies, some decks used to run 2, some decks used to even run 1, you're upping them now because you need consistency in the deck. Other than that, the rest is, you're also running like, some decks used to run only 2 in the past, now you're running 3, and you're running the other one as well. This guy, because you can't, just mulligan for the things that you wish anymore. And then the rest is pretty standard. It's a very standard build, running strategies of Universe 7 because this card is absolutely amazing, gives a barrier to all Saiyans, and the SCR is Vegito. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we have another Gohan. This one is a bit spicier. Running Baby here, Baby Videl. Running the androids. You don't usually see Gammas that often in these builds, but it's 1 energy plus 10k as activate battle. And draw 1. And it becomes 20k. So yeah, this one is very cool. Running Deathball. We also don't see Deathball that often anymore. And the rest is pretty standard, going a bit hard on the Brawlish just to crit the opponent, put up some extra pressure, and then we have the Z deck, and finally the side deck. Then we have Fu. Yes, we have Fu here. Pretty standard Fu list. I'm checking if there's anything that, catches my eye, and there is the only thing that I believe we should talk about. The SCR is the monkey, Bolshchinian, and the big guy is SS Cumber, and this is the card that we really need to talk about, guys. You need to get this card. You absolutely need to get this guy, because with the changes to the Z deck, he can warp now a 9 cost. 9 and below he can warp. So ignoring barrier, it's a 1 cost double strike, remove basically anything in the game. But this card is phenomenal. This card is insanely strong. And we also have these two combers. 2 copies of the 6 drop in the deck. That's cool. And then we have the Z deck and the side. Then we have Cooler Mel, which is just Cooler Mel, running 3 copies of the Android. This one is a godsend for the deck. And the SCR is, of course, the Bursting Rage. And then we have the side deck and the Z deck. Not much to say. Cooler is cooler, basically. Another Gohan, let's see. This immediately catches my eye, the one that tutors for Goku, and Fated Rival Goku. So this is the Crit Gohan. I love Crit Gohan. Hand destruction is the best mechanic in the game. Congrats on running Reddit. I'm so happy that someone is running Reddit. Reddit is phenomenal. He's dirt cheap. Even the winner version is dirt cheap. So get Reddits while you can. 3 copies of Kaioken, 2 copies of Monkey. Just crit discard. Crit discard. Love it. And then, you know, when you got rid of your opponent's hand, just use Son Goku. SCR, give Gohan triple strike. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck here. Then we have Pen Reboot, running 3 strategies of Universe 7 to give its things barrier, and then the rest is just its standard Pen. It's running 2 copies of Shu, that's interesting, 2 copies of the Kaioken because you need to get rid of barrier somehow, and of course the SCR is SS for Vegito, and then it is the side deck and the Z deck. I'm going a bit faster through these because it's 16 of them this time around. Apeku is, well, it's Apeku. I don't see anything new here. Of course, it's not BT24 legal, but we basically have the standard Apeku's blockers, which you just can't get rid of because everything now has barrier as well. And then you play a couple of monkeys. Full Moon and Nightmare is being played here. I don't see this one usually. And this one is cool because it's just a board wipe. Like, it's a board wipe, that's it. SS for Vegeta Sync play because you have the Bulma Unison, One Gohan because you have the Unison released from Evil for the same reason. And then the SCR of choice is Piccolo Gohan. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we have Go Bros. Okay, let's see. Let's see the Go Bros deck. Basically, it's the standard healing pod deck. It's not archetype because archetype is awful. It's not. Oh yeah, there is Solidarity is there as well. There is a reasonable amount of hand destruction in the deck. No need for a Unison, because in this one you don't really attack, so Bardock still gets some value, but Bardock is much more difficult to get out in Go Bros than it is in Trunks Mage just because of the energy restand. 4 copies of the Boss Monster because this Boss Monster really just shines in this deck, and Cell Max as the SCR, and finally Slumber Strike. Okay, if your leader is green, choose 1. Choose 1 battle card with an energy cost greater than or equal to your opponent's energy and KO it, or choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. It's 1 energy removal. Kamehameha Deflection, amazing card when you want to fight future Gohan with green, and that's basically the build. It's pretty okay. Then we have the Z deck and we have the side deck. Moving on to 11th place, SS4 Bardock. We're gonna be very briefly here because this is just SS4 Bardock. Hey, it's don't fix what isn't broken, as I always say. I cannot wait to see this deck when it becomes BT24 legal, because you can run the Vegetos in it, and that's just going to make this deck explode even more. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we have Jiren, Ivan Serranos. Ivan, huge shout out to you, mate. Jiren. It's Jiren. You know, it's once again, don't fix what isn't broken. There are a couple of interesting inclusions. 2 copies of the 5 cost Jiren. I have seen a lot of decks move away from this one. I personally have moved away from this one in favor of the promo Jiren, because the promo Jiren basically it tutors, right? So, and it is a free evolve, so then you can get your dispo value off. Other than that, it's just Jiren. So yeah, that's awesome. The Z deck and the side deck. Then we have 13th place Future Gohan, another one. Just 2 defending the demons and 2 Videls. Okay. Running the baby Unison Videl package, which is the best way to build this deck. Going down on Goku's and Vegeta's, but upping Bulma's to 4 for more consistency, just to make sure that you see what you want to see. 2 copies of that ball, that's amazing. And the SCR is the Vegito. Going with full playsets. I think you should go with full playsets now with new mulligan rolls and all. The Z deck then and the side deck. Then we have... Hey Ivan, if you're watching this, my teammate, if you're watching this, man, it's your spice in the side deck. Then we have 14th place Green Gohan. Okay, let's see, another hand destruction. Basically the same as the one that we have seen previously. Reddit's Kaioken the Furious. This card is making a massive comeback. I'm gonna tell you this right now, this card is making a huge comeback. Be happy that it got reprinted in the event packs. Like, this card is like 10 euros plus at the moment. The normal version, so thankfully it got reprinted. Well, it got reprinted multiple times now, to be honest. And then we have Celzino as the SCR, and we have one pretty black hole as a surprise counter. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck, of course. What the fuck? Okay, so 2 copies of Golden Frieza. If you have an 8 cost, he costs 1. He's a counterplay blocker. If your leader is green, when this card is played for the turn, it can be KO'd, so it's a blocker that can be KO'd. He doesn't negate the attack, but when he activates blocker, he switches to active mode. So it's a blocker which can block 2, which can't be KO'd for 1 energy. You just need to have your boss monster out or Trunks. That's okay, that's pretty solid. 3 copies of Bardock, and 1 copy of one that I have been keeping my eye on lately for hand destruction, Golden Frieza Unison of Malice. +1, draw 1, then choose 1 in your hand, place it on the top of your deck, and this card gains critical. So +1, crit basically. I have been keeping an eye on it because I like the +1, though I think I still value... So, if I were playing a deck which doesn't get 1 costs out as often as Trunks, Maya or Go Bros, and I want to go hand destruction, I might go with this one. Because his -2 is much better, but Bardock doesn't get full value. Then you just need to somehow juggle Z charging versus pure hand destruction. His -2 though, he's basically a negate. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, your opponent can't attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 of their battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or more and place it in its owner's drop area. So every time they need to sacrifice something. I will keep a close eye on this Frieza. Then we have 15th place Cooler Mail, which is, once again, it's Cooler Mail. It's almost identical to the other one. It's a very, very solved deck. There is not a lot to innovate here. But once again, don't fix what isn't broken. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. And last but not the least, Expert 21. It's just Expert 21, guys. Though it is running 3 copies of Energy Amplification, I don't see this one very often, so just some extra ramp in the deck. That's cool. That can catch opponents off guard. And then we have the Z deck, and finally the side deck. So yeah, guys, those were the deck lists. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, what is your opinion on the European Regionals breakdown, the Spanish one? I forgot one shout out. I need to give one massive shout out to Tabriz. I'm going to link his link tree in the description below. Tabriz does an amazing job at gathering these deck lists. A huge shout out to you, man. Like, he's been really, really helping me out lately with these deck lists, so thank you, man, so much. Anyways, guys, what do you think of this breakdown? We will have one more at some point. I just need to catch a window of time to film, but we will have one more, and that's a French one, because there is also a French event happening. But anyway, I love the diversity. 3 regionals, completely diverse top cuts. Like this is so good to see. Anyways, congrats, guys, and you guys let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the breakdown. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, we're like 30 subs away from 5,000. So please share the video, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 5k when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.